Nickelodeon currently has 3 SpongeBob shows, 2 Loud House shows, and It's Pony as far as original Nicktoons, at least when I started writing this. Is Middlemost Post really what Nickelodeon needs? Let me take you on a little bit of a history trip. Middlemost Post is a Nicktoon that came out July of 2021, and I've probably seen a portion of the reaction which was rather negative about this show, and I really didn't know what to expect, even when looking up the creator, John Trabick III, I really hope I'm saying that correctly, who worked on SpongeBob, Camp Coral, and even Pig Goat Banana Cricket. The first thing that you're greeted on in the episode I chose today, First Delivery, is Osmosis Jones's cousins playing a game of badminton.
Special delivery from the Middlemost Post.
That was my last shuttlecock.
Language. This is a family-friendly program. We don't use words like that. We call them birdies. So you better shape up. The character delivering the box to this toothpaste guy is named Parker J. Cloud, an optimistic, energetic, loyal member of the Middlemost Post. Given that he was somewhat responsible for the birdie flying off into wherever Team Rocket goes, he becomes the birdie for them to use for a while, giving them encouraging words. One thing that you can get from the show is it doesn't want to give you a lot of chill moments. I remember going through the Casa Grandes, It's Pony, and while it isn't their original Nicktoon, Ollie's Pack, and with those shows, they're really chill for the most part. And while I liked the Casa Grandes, and I liked It's Pony, and the Casa Grandes, they didn't really have that much energy the way that this show does.
Let's get at it. Sorry, kiddo. I got carried away.
By the way, for mail, I haven't seen an energetic mailman in my life. So for a show trying to get you excited for these characters who are passionate about delivering mail, they have to actually come with nothing but great jokes, a great dynamic, and a great direction. And I know it's a high standard, and usually I get saddled with the criticism that I put a high standard on new shows, but I just want to know what they're trying to do. The new Rugrats was trying to provide a chill storytelling environment, great characters, and a feel of what it used to do, which I think it passed with flying colors when it comes to those. Squish was trying to be educational but also entertaining, and I think it did that solidly. Here, the show wants to be this fun, wacky, energetic, fast-moving show about delivering. You know what other show is trying to be this fun, wacky, energetic, fast-moving show about delivering?
Buckle up, duckies, 'cause we got a rocket band, delivering bread, flying crazy 'cause we can.
Now, if I remember correctly from that episode I covered a while back, the show largely sacrificed its shelf life for what seemed to be trendy, hip, and stupid writing for its comedy among just being surface level, which doesn't really help it being so hyper, and a lot of people didn't care too much for it. Now, while Breadwinners is a show from 2014, this show moves around that obstacle by not being as surface level and letting you experience the characters and really get a feel for each in a clear and fun way.
What's the holdup, girl? Well, I'll be. This address hasn't seen a lick of mail since Russell started licking the mail.
You can see the leader, his apprentice, and his steed very clearly, even when the tone of this is silly but casual. Another thing this show does really good long term, at least so far, is that within this episode, the leader Angus, voiced by John DiMaggio, isn't super serious. He's willing to do his job in a goofy way, but make sure that it gets done. And in later episodes, they really do put in the effort to show the difference between him and Parker, being that he will make sure to get the job done and that he will be responsible a lot earlier in the struggle. So when reaching that home that doesn't want to be bothered but has mail, you still have to deliver.
Deliver away, Parker.
It was like that when I got here.
Oh, looks like we'll have to hand deliver the letter.
Hand deliver? That's the best
Alright, hold on a second. Buddy, knock first. Remind me to never let this guy in my house. He might bust open a door to my bathroom while I'm doing some delivering. Is that the first potty joke I've made on my channel? Also, I enjoyed a hint of dead mailman who previously tried delivering something being avoided by Parker. While he does seem naive, childish, and can be a little overbearing, it never seemed out of malice. Case in point, once they get to this walled-off home, possibly illegally I might add, Angus steps into the first trap of many here, and let's say Parker doesn't really help.
I'll cut you down.
Parker, don't.
And what you're thinking. Main characters who are energetic but don't really help each other out so much. I've seen it 1,000 times before.
Sanjay and Craig, the stuff they get to is insane.
I'm sure a lot of you are well accustomed to energetic shows like Rise and Gumball and Glitch Techs. I'd even throw in Teen Titans Go and the Ben 10 reboot. However, there is something about modern Nickelodeon shows that have these Nickisms in it, such as a naive character that has to cause pain to the straight man a lot of times, and sometimes when it's done right, it's funny, but other times, when this main character doesn't seem to have a lot of redeeming features, it becomes less funny and more annoying. However, again, in defense of this show, for all of the pain that Angus goes through in this episode, he never seems sad, annoyed at Parker, or unmotivated for his job. That's just the way that Nickelodeon shows seem to be written, which makes sense. Each network has their own group of people who work on shows with their own writing philosophies and aesthetics, and this just so happens to be Nickelodeon's.
Cactus needles aren't poisonous.
Does your butt know that?
My rumpus! Let's get this letter delivered.
What if there's more booty traps?
I think you mean booby traps.
No, I mean booty traps.
And butt jokes. Lots of butt jokes. So in Exhibit B and C of Parker absolutely letting Angus suffer due to his own incompetence, Angus would get caught in quicksand and also be launched into the sky just to do the old trick of not looking where you're going to catch someone. And through this, we get another aspect of Parker that is used liberally within this episode, being a cloud. He's often changing shapes to fit whatever is needed for the job. And what a network to have a character that is optimistic, loves his job, wants to help, you know, a little naive, a little childlike, sometimes way too much to handle. I think you know what other show I'm referring to on Nickelodeon, so let's skip the clip this time. Now, while Parker is optimistic and ready to take on the world, they do add in a load of ignorance to his character, the way that a certain Sponge becomes in later seasons. These comparisons are not unfounded, by the way. I mean, I understand if it would take some time before you understand or agree, but I do understand that if you don't like modern SpongeBob, you may have some trouble with Middlemost Post. Here's why I don't. I don't because the show, right out of the gate, lets you know what it's about. It's not like it came out in 1999, and you knew what it was about, and then it changed 3 or 4 times. And this change is just not one that you like.
Careful, you two.
I can't wait to see the look on Mr. Alone's face when he gets his first ever letter.
Trust nothing and no one.
Think he's gonna hug us? He's probably gonna hug us. Just be ready for a hug. That's all I'm saying.
Also, it's not like Parker doesn't get a taste of his own medicine after being told very clearly not to trust anything and just to get in, deliver the mail, and get out. He doesn't listen, thinking about how proud this person who's supposed to be getting the mail is going to be when he receives his mail in years, seemingly. Once he rings the door, a booby trap goes off, launching them away from his house. Seeing a very happy Parker crash and burn after his try leaves Angus with no choice but to brute force his way to the house. And I really enjoy the way that they present this, making it both meaningful but still silly. They really go all out with this first episode, giving us a cool shot of all of the traps coming up with everything that they have to go through, and guess what? They decide to do it anyway. These mad lads. It's fun to watch. I'm rooting for them because they're not annoying or doing something to someone else's dissatisfaction, and the team animates this well, showing all of the twists and turns and creative ways to have them avoid these traps. Nice touches include Angus diving down into the trampoline spike trap area, and the Venus flytraps gave him a score for his performance, and also when Angus gets to the location, showing how Parker and Russell did not, given that Parker is new to this, and while he has spirit, he doesn't have experience. Again, I really do feel like you can know what these characters are about in a few episodes, which is really good. However, the letter was on Parker, so Angus gets launched from the same booby trap, crashing and burning once more.
I got nothing left, kiddo. The tank's on E. If that letter is gonna be delivered, it's gotta be all you.
You were the best boss a cloud could ever have. Go in peace, dear friend.
Parker, I'm not dying. I'm just pooped as all heck.
Again, not a bad execution at all. It seems pretty funny and something that I guess saps like me enjoy. He actually thought that Angus was dying. That was genuine emotion to witnessing Angus dying from his perspective. He truly means well, and even though he's kind of an incompetent puff of gas, he makes up for it in spirit and having good writers control when he's too much and letting him chill out. Fired up through wanting to make his boss happy, his passion for delivering mail, and wanting to be the one who saves the day. Not only does he get through these obstacles, he learns, stepping to the side of the welcome mat death trap that got them twice. It's here where we meet the man, the myth, the legend, Levi Alone.
I hope this letter brightens your day. Love, Parker J. Cloud.
I wanted Mr. Alone to know that he doesn't have to be alone.
You did a good thing, Parker. A real good thing.
If I did a good thing, then why does it feel so bad?
Oh man, you didn't get him his
Diet Dr. Kelp?
and now you're sad about this pizza delivery. Again, comparisons aside, this is a wonderful scene for many reasons. We see that Parker is the type to care about someone, even the old grumpy hermit who the rest of the town forgot about. We also get to see him humbled, that not everyone is going to like him, and not everyone would respond well to his brand of hospitality and in-your-face niceness. Angus and Russell also provide comfort, which is good, and the dude lives up to his name. Now, some people might call this dumb, because with all the traps that they had to go through, you should expect the person who put them up to be a rude and nasty person to socialize with, but that's just the thing. Angus didn't write the letter. Parker did. And Parker seems like the type of character that wants to see the good in everyone. And while these characters are a dime a dozen in modern animation, I'm glad they started off with an episode that shows a character shutting the door in his face, exposing him to the other side of things where people aren't as nice up front. However, Levi isn't a total hermit because he has something in return.
Parker, this letter's addressed to you.
Looking forward to our next romp. Don't forget to bring the mail. Signed, Levi Alone?
Whether through his personal enjoyment of seeing Angus, Parker, and Russell struggle through the traps, or because he's impressed that someone made it this far, he wants to receive more mail, specifically from Parker and his crew. Obviously, Nickelodeon wasn't going to leave this on a sour note, and while I am siding with Angus that this wasn't really a good idea, Angus gets launched into the next episode, so no one is going to stop Parker from doing it all over again, so they'll deliver the mail again tomorrow. Is Middlemost Post really what Nickelodeon needs? Yes. I'm not confident that it'll make it into like a third season or anything, but it stands out so far as being energetic in a sea of chill animated Nick shows, which while I may not enjoy the current trope of having the main character be the optimistic, take on the world, think the best of everyone, cheery, slightly obnoxious, naive, childlike trope of a character that somehow always wins it in the end, I'd much rather have 10 more of these than an Ollie's Pack or a Kid Danger. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and until next time guys, take care. Alpha out.